Hello students, welcome to lecture of kinematics and theory of machine. Myself Professor Sailesh Patel. We are going to start new chapter today. It is velocity in mechanism, and topic we will cover in particular this lecture is the introduction and relative velocity method. Okay, let's start. So first of all, you know that you have maybe studied in physics. If one element is moving from A point to B point, circular path, so it have a angular velocity, but in our mechanism also you know that there are a combination of motion are there. Some element are reciprocating linear direction, some element are rotating with respect to some point, and some element oscillating. Okay, so we have to we must know the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Okay, so if E point is moving A to S in a t time, okay, what will be the angular velocity? You can see here angular velocity omega, which is a d theta by dt, means theta angle make by A point in a t second, and r is a radius. Okay, so small r is a radius, theta is a angle, s is a linear displacement, and v is a velocity. We want to find the linear velocity. Okay, and for that, first of all, we have to measure this distance. What will be the distance? You know that the arc AB is equal to angle into radius. Okay, so s is equal to r theta, and linear velocity, as you know that linear velocity is equal to ds by dt, means rate of change of position with respect to time, and s is equal to, you already did r theta, so we put the value r theta in that, and d by dt means derivative of r theta, and you know that here. Okay, so r into d theta by dt, and d theta by dt you already know that it is omega. So final formula you have means relation between a linear velocity and angular velocity is equal to velocity is equal to r omega, where omega is equal to angular velocity. Okay, let's start our chapter. Okay, before going to study the velocity in mechanism, first of all we understand the relative velocity between the elements. So check this, take the one A, and one element A, and it is moving in direction with a velocity v. Take another element B, and which is moving in the same direction with some less velocity. Let's take as an example, speed of this A is a 50 and velocity B is a 40. So what will be the relative velocity between this A point and B point? You know that with respect to B, velocity of A will be 10, and same as you can draw the vector, because velocity is a vector quantity, means if you want to describe velocity in a proper way, you need two quantities. One is a magnitude and second is a direction. So for in particular this chapter, you always when want to show the velocity of any element of mechanism, you have to first need to magnitude. Okay, magnitude, and second is a direction, and for direction we will draw the vectors. Okay, so we have drawn this vector, means where with respect to some steady, first of all we have to take some reference, so we have to take a O as a origin point or any fixed point. With respect to that, first draw the velocity of A, means this is a length of some 50 mm consider, and after that for velocity of B we will draw the same from the same origin we will draw the OB, and value of this OB will be as per its velocity, and this difference we getting is the relative velocity of A with respect to B. Okay, so this distance is a relative velocity of A with respect to B, or velocity of B with respect to A. Mostly consider that whatever the first term you can see here means velocity of B with respect to A. Okay. So it can be found by the subtraction of OB minus OA. The difference of this length of these two vector will be given, will give the velocity of B with respect to A. But in this example, both links are moving, means both element is moving in a same direction. Okay. So let's take one example in which two element moving at some angle. So you can see here the A is moving in this direction and B is moving in this direction. They have some different velocity. We can say velocity of A is 30 and velocity of B is 50. So what will be the relative velocity? How can we get the relative velocity for particular this condition? So as you know, always first take the origin point, means some reference point fixed, okay, O. Now what you will do, you will do the, means you know that the velocity of A is a 30 and velocity of B is a 50. You will draw the vector of this, means with respect to A, third line of 30, and again this line of 50 from the same origin, and you get this difference is the relative velocity of A with respect to B. Okay. So you can see here that this vector, you can see this vector in this direction. Which side it is moving? It is moving for A from B to A. So it shows us velocity of A with respect to B. If I am drawing vector in this direction, then it is a velocity of B with respect to A. You can see here. Okay. So let's start motion of link now. Means in a mechanism there are lots of links are there. So first of all we have to understand the which how we can describe the motion of any link. Okay, let's start. So there are 4 rules are there, and we will learn all these 4 rules one by one. Start with the rule number 1. Okay, all fixed point in a space diagram will be on a origin point in a velocity diagram. So there will be 2 diagrams. First of all, space diagram, or also known as a configuration diagram, and second is a velocity diagram, which is drawn from the velocity of all element in a vector form. So it is known as a velocity diagram. So all fixed point in a space diagram will be on a origin point in a velocity diagram. So first of all, understand what is saying by this rule and how it is work. All fixed point, like if, sorry, I am drawing to some basic mechanism here. This is a 4-bar link in its base is totally fixed. Okay, here is a B, C, D. This is the all hinge point. So AB is moving, BC is moving. Only this AD link, okay, this AD link is totally fixed here. Okay, so all fixed point. How many points of this mechanism is fixed? You can say there is a and D is totally fixed. B and C is moving. So when I'm going to start the velocity diagram, it is a space diagram, means actual mechanism, and after that I am drawing the velocity diagram. During the drawing the velocity diagram, all fixed point, means A will be at this point, means because A has velocity 0. Okay, but velocity of D is also 0. So D will be on this same point. Okay, if I am saying that there is a other point E is there, it is also fixed and velocity of E will be 0. So E also be here. All fixed point from the mechanism we can locate on a same origin point on a velocity diagram. Okay, let's go to next. First of all, check this out. I am going to draw velocity diagram for only one link. You can check this. There is a one link AB, and I can say AB is fixed here at a base, and I want to draw the velocity diagram for this only single link. So first of all, what I have to do? First of all, I have to draw the means locate the point which is fixed. So here the small a. In velocity diagram, all point we note by in a small, because in a space diagram all will be capital. So A, and with respect to A, velocity of B will be perpendicular to link AB. You have to this you know that very well. In a circular motion, the velocity of any point on this disk or on link will be perpendicular to the radius. In our case, there is this link, and velocity will be perpendicular to link. So we will draw the diagram here, and direction will be same as this, perpendicular to link. So direction will be this, and we will locate here this B. And that's how we complete the velocity diagram. Okay. So you can find the velocity diagram. Velocity of B with respect to A, omega into AB. And you can also find the velocity of C on a same link. Okay, velocity of C on a same link. You have to just measure this distance AC. So omega into this distance will give the velocity of C with respect to A. First of all, you have to understand omega for all the link will be same. Means what is the omega? Omega is a rate of change of theta with respect to time, d theta by dt. And you can see here, if B is moving from this point to this, C will come from this point to this. Maybe its velocity is less, but angle made by the B and C will be same. So in circular motion, omega is always same for the all point, but velocity will be less as you come near to the center. Okay, the point here will be less velocity, and point B point has a higher velocity because it is very far from the center. Okay, so second rule of this velocity diagram is velocity of any point on a link will be always perpendicular to that link. Okay, so first rule is all fixed point will be at origin, and second rule is velocity of any point on a link will be perpendicular to. Okay, let's start the motion of the slider. You can see the slider on a screen. If it is moving in a particular direction like here, what will be the direction of piston? So you know that there is no change in a direction. Like if you consider any link which is rotating with respect to center, every point there is a direction perpendicular to this link. Okay, always there will be the perpendicular to link. So there is a change in a direction at every point, but in a piston you can say it is moving from this direction to this direction. So line of action will be same for the whole motion. Okay, so the third rule is that for the slider, direction of slider will be the same as a line of action, and it is passed through the origin. because you know that piston is moving from this point to this, TDC to BDC. So at a point of extreme point, it is start to move in a return. Okay, it is start to return. So at a point of extreme point, there is a velocity 0 for an instant. So what will happen? Velocity 0 means slider has a velocity 0 at a two extreme points. So it is this direction in a line of action will be always pass through the origin. If I am giving you one example, this is the A slider is there. I don't know the velocity. I don't know. But I can say that if there is a fixed point, something O, and line of action will be passed through, means I can say that A will be at any point on this line. If someone say velocity of A is equal to 50, so I can draw from 0 to at a 50 distance and look at the point, and I can say this is the vector for the VA because it is a 50 and I have measured this distance 50. Okay, so this is the third rule. Slider will be the direction of the slider will be the same as the line of action and pass through the origin. For the last and fourth rule for the relative velocity method, let's check this. There is a link, one link is a AB, and on that there is a C point on this. And how can I measure find the velocity of this C point? So you know that if in this case you know the velocity of B, so what you will do, you will do the velocity diagram. And in velocity diagram, I want to find the velocity of C. Okay, direction will be same here, but what will be the magnitude, I don't know. So in this particular case, we will take a I'm giving you one example for velocity C. You want to find this C point on that, and if you measure this distance, you will know the velocity of C. So where will be the C? So you have to take this relation AB divided by this AB distance and AC divided by this AC distance. Okay, check this out. So you already know that this AC and AB, because this is in a space diagram, you have drawn that. So AB distance and AC distance is known. Okay, after that you know that AB distance also. So that's how you can find this AC, and this AC is nothing else but velocity of C. Okay, perpendicular to link. So remember that this is the very useful relation always we have to use when we want to find the velocity of any point on that link. Okay, so in this case what you have to do, you have the space diagram, you have the velocity diagram, you have the known velocity. First of all, you have to know any velocity from that link. So you know the B. So and then if you want to find any C point on that link, you can find by this formula. Okay.